So, this is a tough one. Today is Thursday, February 20th. I got sales on US 30. I'm trying not to be upset. I'm not really upset, like mad, but I'm hurt. I'm hurt because this is the trade that I've been waiting on and anticipating all week, and I got in the trade and I got wicked out. So let's talk about it. Okay, so this setup, all right, so last night, Wednesday, ignore all the markings, but anyways, it came into my hour zone. I got my hour zone marked up right here. We got structure being broke off of it, so I know price wants to come in here. When it comes in here, it needs to show me what I want to see. So it was doing that, and I was thinking about entering, but I'm like, why would I enter, 1, 2, really it happened at like 4. Why would I enter like that early? Because even back testing, it wasn't doing that, but it did come up into my zone. It gave me exactly what I wanted, right? It gave me my break of structure. It tapped back into my supply zone, and it just obliterated into the depths of hell. And that's exactly what I wanted it to do. Granted, it happened at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was not expecting that drop to happen that early. Even back testing, it hasn't been doing that. It hasn't been doing that at all. It's been breaking structure on the hour. It taps back into the zone, and then it gives me that 10-minute, that 15-minute break of structure, and then it taps back into that supplier demand zone. And at 8, 9 o'clock, bro, it starts taking off. Or even like if it takes until like 12 or that 1 o'clock, that's when it really starts like going crazy. But I didn't see nothing about no 4 o'clock in the mornings. I remember a time like, I think like last year, where it started doing that, but I was not expecting it to happen that early. So I did miss that one on Wednesday. Today was just, today is just painful, man. It's Thursday, February 20th. Today was just painful. At the end of the day, it still got into my zone. Yesterday, it made it back into the zone, and then it was just messing around. But it did give me that break of structure. So let me show you. It did get back into the same zone that it reacted from, yesterday. So I'm already thinking like, okay, it wants to do the same thing. So for me, it broke the structure, and then I really got in like around like here, and then this is like my stop loss. Which, I mean, seeing this, it really, my stop loss should have been above here anyways. I should have been paying more attention to where it was, so it's totally on me. I end up getting in, for the break of structure, and then it pulled back. I did get in way too early, and it was pushing, so I was like, okay, whatever. If anything, it'll pull back up here, and then it'll just, drop from there, or, even if it pulled back up here, like, I was totally cool with that, but it pulled all the way up, barely stopped me out, and then it continued to drop. So, when it stopped me out, it was like, let me see, it stopped me out at 4:45 in the morning. Now, it moved like this yesterday, around 4 o'clock in the morning. I saw it stop me out, and instead of staying on the charts, I was just like, okay, like, whatever, I'm not going to push it, because price has been slightly choppy. I'm still seeing structure, like, which is why I was even expecting sales, because I'm seeing structure to the downside. I'm seeing new lows are clearly being formed, and I'm seeing that liquidity was took, and we tapped into the zone, and we still made the structure off of the zone. So I'm like, okay, like, whatever, like, maybe I was just wrong or whatever. I didn't stay on the charts. I could have stayed on the charts, but I did not. I ended up going back to sleep. I woke up to price where I would have been in profit. And what I didn't do was get in on a continuation. Basically, we broke structure again on the 10-minute, and we have like this little supply zone. I did see it tapping into the supply zone. I did, but I did not enter because I did not. Basically, I just didn't want to, and I could have. And looking at it now, I'm not super confident on the continuation trades. I was hella confident on what price was going to do. I knew price wanted to get in the zone. I knew what I needed to see. I saw that, and once I saw it, I knew what price was going to do. My only thing really was not having a big enough stop loss, and really not waiting for the proper zone. I could have waited for a better low to be made. And the thing that gets me a bit antsy is FOMO. I don't want to miss out on the trade. This caused me to miss out anyway, so missing out is really not a problem. But that fear of missing out is what will cause me to enter in earlier than what I want to. And really, I could have waited for a proper low to be formed and then for it to pull back into a zone, which this zone was not hard to see at all. Sometimes the zones are a bit difficult to see. This zone was pretty simple. Wait for price to pull back into my zone and go ahead and get in, even if it's at, 4:45, 5 o'clock in the morning, because clearly what I'm seeing is that price doesn't care. It's always moving. It's always moving. It's always working. So if this is the setup that I see, this is how I know market is going to get to these zones and it's going to react. Unless price just got straight to the zone and it just straight up just stopped, because sometimes price will just stop. And yeah, but it didn't do that. It wants to react off of these zones, and it wants to move, it wants to push. So getting in a little earlier is not the problem. But I could have had a much larger stop loss. And this is just a trade that would have had me up really good for the week. So it's upsetting, but at the same time, it's my setup and it's playing out. And it played out 2 days in a row. So I know I've got something here. And I honestly feel like I'm just sitting on top of a fucking gold mine. Like, I feel like I'm sitting on top of a gold mine. And I just have to dig, if that makes sense. Like, I have the treasure chest filled with gold. And I literally just have to unlock it. It's like I got the key in there, but I'm fidgeting with it a little bit, and I need to just unlock the motherfucker. So, ultimately, it's a great trade. Ultimately, it's a great trade. I mean, it's 350 plus points to the downside. I mean, this big drop started at 8:30, and it's 9:30. So, huge drop. What do we have? We have a new low. We have a new low. At least on this trend, we do. Right? So I'm gonna keep watching. We've broken these hour lows. We do have a supply zone. I'm gonna keep watching, see what happens. Moving forward, it's gonna be about slightly bigger stop loss. And better zone. Entering in at I can't say the best zone because no entry is perfect, but the 10-minute, 15-minute zone, when I see that break of structure, I'm waiting for a clear break of structure, waiting for it to pull back into that zone and having a big enough stop loss to where I'm not being worried about it. And just adding those few little ticks should do me good. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep watching and I'm gonna keep trading, and we live to trade another day. So